What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the call. Those on IG, what's happening? Those on LinkedIn, those on Facebook, welcome to the call. We are going to define the game of life. Hey, man, welcome to the call, everybody. The newcomers, those watching, like I said, online, man, these calls, all these calls, every Tuesday, IG Live. We're going IG Live right now for the first time with the Dentist CO. So thumbs up. We're all ready to go. My IG world, let's rock this out, man. These calls are meant to define the game you want to play. The game you want to just get started in. So many times in life, we just get worried about what to do. Don't worry about what to do. Just get started sometimes, right? And my intention is to help you in any way, shape, or form by just showing you what I do on a continuous basis. Over 2 decades of running dental practice, of 2 decades of being an entrepreneur, man. I know what it's like. So I just want to teach you all these tips and all these tricks so that you can get started in your life, man. We're talking to people like Vinny. We're talking to people like Mario, Annalisa, Chandel, JD on the call, Guy, my dog, Linda, my mama. What's up, mama? Mama's on the call. Bob Hale, my stepdad, Skylar's on the call. But everybody watching online, watching the recordings, these calls, and these are for you. They're meant for you to define the game. So this applies to it at the end of the day. Are you an aspiring dentist? I hope so. I love dentistry. Are you just an aspiring young student? Do you want to own franchises, Crumble Cookies? For all you that don't know, I own Crumble Cookie franchises, man. I know what it's like to be in the franchise game. I know what it's like to own dental labs. I know what it's like to be financially struggling. So I can inspire you, motivate you, teach you. I can do whatever you need. So this applies wherever you're at in this world. If you're just a mom who wants to reach out to their kids and be the best mom, if you're just a dad who wants to be the best husband or dad or father, whatever it is, these calls are meant for you, so that you can define the game you want to play. And my hope is that you take some of the tips and tricks and you become the best version of yourself, whether you're sitting on IG world and social media, be good on social media, by the way, or whether you're sitting in LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it is, you just want to be a good colleague at work. These are what you need to do every single day to start implementing what you want. And so take some of my tips, take some of my tricks and do what you want. And so for those that are seeing me for the first time, I'm a little crazy, a little passionate, little love, little energy here. I'm Dr. Bobby Grossi, born and raised in Flint, Michigan by a single mom, beautiful mom, raising 3 beautiful kids on $18,000 a year. So if you think, hey man, this guy's on social media world thinking he had it all figured out. I didn't have it figured out when I was in my 20s. I'm sure that I'm 50 years old for all that you want to know. I just try to figure it out every single day. I try to figure out what to do every day to be the best version of myself. How is it that I can become financially free? What is it that I want to inspire to do in my life? How can I make the change? But it was from my pain and my resistance and my struggles and my growing up to now where I'm at today. I have 5 different businesses, 5 different companies, and I want to teach you how to do that. But this week, guys, we're going to talk about where are you now? Doesn't matter where you were in the past. Kung Fu Panda has a great quote. I love it. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today's a gift. That's why it calls present time. But Jim Quick also mentioned something. It's the letter B and D is the letter C that matters in the middle, right? It's your birth date and your death date. It's the C. It's the choices you make every single day to decide what you do between your birth and your death date. Thumbs up if you understand that. Thumbs up with a little wave if you understand. You can make a choice today. I don't care where you were yesterday. I don't care where you might want to go. We talked about where we want to go in the future. We talked about cause and creating our future. We talked about all this stuff, but where are you now? Because it's where that you're at right now. That is really what matters the most. Where are you at now? We got to get an understanding. This question might apply to various aspects of your life, whether it's in your career, your personal life, your goals, or your relationships, your health, your fitness. Answer this question. This can, if you answer where you're at now, it can help determine, if you will, where you want to go in the future. It can help set you up where you want to plan to go so you can set up the parameters. So let me ask you again. Ready? Where are you now? Are you happy with your current job? Are you just going through the motions, if you will? Are you pursuing your passions, your wants, your dreams, your desires? Or are you just settling for mediocrity? And most of us struggle. We just settle for mediocrity. But are you taking care of your health? Are you watching what are you neglecting it for the sake of convenience? I don't know. Most of us just want to stay comfortable. Most of us want to just be happy with where you're at. And we could talk about your own mindset in life, but today we're going to focus on your financial GPS, because I truly believe that if you understand where you're at financially, if you truly embrace where you're at, you know where you want to go. You truly can set up your roadmap, if you will. That's why we call it the financial GPS. We're going to set coordinates in your life to get you to truly understand your current financial situations. And that is the first step of creating that solid plan for your future. Your financial GPS includes all the important data points and gives you the clear picture, if you will, of your financial health. But here are some things that I would recommend that you break down with each component and what each component means. We should know this. I know this is going to feel like a review. I think we should teach this more in school. To be honest with you, why we don't teach finances in education, I have no idea. But we all struggle with finances, just with a thumbs up. Would you all agree with that? We all can need a little bit of a fresher course of thumbs up, little wave if you get it. Absolutely. So what does it really mean to earn income? This is obviously the money that comes in from all sources, such as your job, investments, rental properties. Shoot, it could be allowance if you're a kid. That's income. And then you got your expenses. These are the costs associated with all your daily life, including the things like rent, mortgage payments, utility bills, groceries, car payments, entertainment expenses, buying clothes for my nephew in prom. I don't know. These are all expenses. And then what do you have as assets, right? Assets are those things that you have value in. I'm not talking about emotional aspects. I'm talking about physical assets, right? Your cars, your home, your car, your investments, savings accounts. Could be jewelry for some women. I know y'all got a lot of jewelry out there. That's a lot. That could be an asset, believe it or not. Your intellect can be an asset, right? Your liabilities. These are your debts that you owe, such as credit card balances, student loan payments, and mortgages, right? So when you understand income, expenses, assets, and liabilities, that's when you can create the budget that works for you. And I'm not a big budget guy. I mean, I believe you got to fit within parameters, but you set your financial goals. It helps you make your informed decisions about how to save and really invest your money. I was talking to my nephew, and I tell every kid on the street, every human being, start saving money. If you can save $100, save $100. I started saving in my dental career. I can remember when I was like to really start saving money and how to really create that safety net, if you will. And I'm a firm believer that in business, you should have at least 2 times the amount of money in savings than your payroll. So if your payroll is $50,000, well, you should have $100,000. I'll be honest with you. You should always, that should be your cash flow, should be your par, if you will. In dentistry and crumble cookie, we talk about flour of having a par. Your par is your bare minimum that you want to have in back stock so that you know what you can order. So that's how you should think of money when it comes to a budget. You know, what are some goals before you invest? So if you save $100 a week, $100 a month, whatever it is, by the time you do this for 15, 20 years, 2 decades, Scott, I wish I'd have did this as a kid. I wish I'd have known this. You could be a millionaire. So it's not hard to be a millionaire. It's hard to have the disciplines. And we're going to talk about that because we know when we don't save enough, when we don't know, our budgeting, remember that your GPS is constantly saying, I'm going to use financial GPS because that's the coordinates where we're headed on, but know that it's constantly changing over time. It's important to assess your situation and adjust your plan as needed. But there are some things that we all know what's called financial exhaustion. And that word exhaustion, I mean, just with a thumbs up, guys, have you ever been exhausted in life? Of course. A financial exhaustion. That's where it's the heavy burden. This is where most people experience things about money. This is why they think money is the root of all evil, or they have a negative connotation of money. It can take a toll on you both mentally and emotionally. My God, it's even ruined relationships and family members. I mean, it's ruined a lot of things. But when you're constantly worried about money, if you have a scarcity mindset, if you will, it can be difficult to focus on other aspects of your life that feel fulfilled. So many times we feel like if we don't have something, we're not fulfilled. That's not necessarily true. And money can be exhausting. It's very stressful. And I've been there. I told you my mom made $18,000 a year. How am I going to make my next payment? What am I going to do? I can tell you this is not what this is about today, but focusing on the negative is never going to work. Focusing on scarcity will never work. My nephew said to me the other day, he says, Uncle Bobby, how come you don't really worry about money, whether you have it or not? And it's because I believe I can make more. I truly do. I believe I have the power to do whatever I want to do. If I give money the power over me, if you will, if I give it that thing where I have to have, then I'm never going to have it, because it's true that you must give out what you give back. So if you are worried about spending money, if you're worried about saving money, if you're worried and all you're doing is saving and never spending, then the law of reciprocation can't work, right? The law of reciprocation, you must give to give back. You must give love to give back. You must give finances to give back. You must be that giver. You must serve others. And when you do that, that's when the money flows back. If you can find a service you love and you're passionate about, I promise you, you'll combat exhaustion and fatigue. But here are a few things that I believe, another thing that could alleviate financial exhaustion, if you will, and start working toward financial freedom. Because at the end of the day, that's all we want. All we want is financial freedom. All we want. What's up, guys? What's up? Joining on IG Live. Thank you for joining. Take stock in your situation. as we mentioned earlier, it's important to understand your financial GPS. It's important to take some time to assess your income, expenses, assets, and liabilities. It's important. This will give you the clear picture you're looking for. This will give you your financial situation and help you identify all the areas where you want to make the changes in your life. Then create that budget. In dentistry, here's a little thing. If you don't know what budget to create or you don't know what to save, start thinking of a budget of a savings plan. You know, obviously, guys, if expenses, Parkinson law states this. I've said this over and over again. I'm going to say it again. Write this down. Put it in the chat, my team, if you can. Parkinson's law. Your expenses will always rise to meet your income. It's a law. That's why you see people working out of budget. They will find a way to spend more money than they earn. That's a negative, right? So we got to work on budgeting. Create that clear budget, understanding of your finances. Create that budget that aims and aligns with your financial goals. Be realistic about all your expenses and try to cut back on the non-essential things of spending where it's possible. Always try to wait, at least this is my thing, before you make an impulse purchase, because that's where most people go down. That's why, no offense, they market towards women in this world. And this isn't a slam on women or the women gender, but people tend to market on women's because they're emotional impulse buyers usually. They tend to market because they know that if they want something emotionally, there's an emotional attachment, they're going to buy it. So ask yourself this question. This will help you. At least first of all, wait 1 week before you make that purchase. But secondly, ask yourself this question. Do I really need this? If you can ask yourself that question, do I really need this? It'll help control your expenses. But once you create that budget you want, if it's you want to save $100 a week or you want to spend within $100 a week, guys, here's a method I think you could do, and you could be a millionaire by tomorrow. If you lived off of 2/3 of your money, so if you make $1,000 and you live off $667, whatever that is a week or a month, and you save the rest and you keep investing it, I promise you in the next 10 to 20 years, you'll be millionaires, multimillionaires. The difference is we don't have that discipline. So if you can stay within that budget, that's awesome. Also, seek support. Don't be afraid to reach out. There are a lot of people, like I can tell you right now, I sucked at the financial game. Why? This is not to pick on my mom and she's on the call. We weren't trained finances. None of us are. All of us suck in finances. Who are we kidding? We're not good at it. We have to learn it. We're learning at an older age. We're learning by people who are successful in budgeting and getting that support. So learn from people that have already been there. I use this phrase all the time. It's better to be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond. Don't get insecure by saying, hey, I need help. This world is amazing. They want to help you. They want to support you. Get around those people that can support you so you don't feel overwhelmed. Consider talking to, whether it's a financial advisor, just a trusted friend, family member. Anybody can offer guidance and support, anybody. And we all love the voice of reason. We all love people to come from us. I mean, there's an old adage that I joke about that I can solve anybody else's life sometimes but my own, just with a thumbs up if you get that. It's so easy to solve somebody else's life, but sometimes not our own. And then this is probably the most important thing in the world we live in, and it's so stressful to me, is take care of your mental and emotional health. Financial exhaustion can take a toll on us mentally and emotionally, your emotional well-being. Make sure that you prioritize self-care. You prioritize working out, meditation, spending time with loved ones, whatever that might be. Make sure you do that. Guys, I would challenge you. I'm telling you, even when I find myself in a pit, when I find myself in that law, I would tell you, man, please spend the time for yourself, 20 to 30 minutes a day. I meditate an hour and a half a day. You don't have to do that. 20 to 30 minutes a day. Spend time for yourself. Get yourself going. We have the best pharmacy ever in our brain. The best pharmacy you could ever have, that will release endorphins and your dopamines and all the things that give you the high. Working out is one of those things. Finding loved ones, finding yourself meditation zone in the alpha waves and beta waves. And we're not going to go on all the waves of the brain. But this will give you that high, get you through all these times of exhaustion. You know, when I was first stopping to do a habit, I used to do chewing tobacco. And I know I'm a dentist that did chewing tobacco, and I'm telling you this online, but it's okay. It's okay that I share this with you because I want you to know we're just real here. The first thing you did when I had that urge, when I had that exhaustion, when I had that craving, is I worked out. So when you're feeling financially exhausted, start working out, start spending time with loved ones, get around people that are going to make you better. I promise you it's going to help you up. And remember that your financial freedom is a journey. It's going to take time to get where you want to go. It's going to take time to get there. It's a financial GPS, if you will. When you take these small steps and you prioritize your financial health, when you prioritize your work towards a more secure and fulfilling future, that's when it's going to happen. But you also need to understand this, understanding your financial resilience. Financial resilience is all about your ability to recover and adapt in the face of financial challenges. And all of us should have a ton of financial resilience. All of us should. All of us should have a ton of financial resilience. So the reality is, here are some few keys, though, to keep in mind when you work towards building your financial resilience. Like, how do you do this? Build a strong financial foundation. This means living within your means, creating and sticking to a budget, and building that emergency fund to help whether, unexpected times and events. In dentistry alone, I would have pots that I would put things in. I had 4 different accounts, and I'd put 25% over here, 25% over there, 25% over there. Guys, it is a fact. If you can live off 50% of your income in your money, and you can put the rest aside, you can save for your water heater breaking down. You can have time with whether you just wanted some fun things to do. Maybe try this. Take 50% of your money. That's all your money you're going to spend on bills and living expense. Take the other 25% for safe haven. Take the other 25% in investing. If you could do this, I promise you, if you make $100,000 a year, live off 50. If you make $2 million a year, man, live off $1 million. God bless you. Right? Do your thing. And then you need to also diversify your income streams. Relying solely on one source of income is the no-no for everybody. And we all do this as W-2 employees. We tend to just rely on one income, and that's where the setback is. There was somebody that said, I can't remember who said it, guys. I want to hear you say this. It's a success secret. Whatever you do from 0 to 40 hours a week is in survival mode. Anything above 40 hours to 60 hours, like if most millionaires work at least 50 to 60 hours a week, anything above that 40-hour mark is now for investment, and it's your monopoly money. So if you're just trying to have one stream of income and you're just trying to do one thing, you're always going to be stuck. You won't be financially free, if you will. You won't be able to probably build that emergency fund because you're going to rob Peter to pay Paul. Or Parkinson's law, since your expenses will always rise to meet your income. So you want to have multiple streams coming in. I learned this from Grant Cardone and the Richie Doans of the world. You want multiple streams of income. Ideally, you want 7. You're like, I don't even know how to come up with 7. Hey, man, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, man, I got to ask yourself a question. Can you go on Amazon and start selling some of your stuff? Can you go on eBay? Can you go through all the stuff in the garage and sell stuff for $10? Can you walk and mow a lawn? There's a lot of ways to get creative, but you want to diversify and get more stream incomes. Your 401k could be another stream of income down the road, right? And prioritizing your financial goals. You need to prioritize the financial goals. It's important to have a clear idea of your financial goals, where you're working towards constantly. You want to cause and create and work towards things every single day. This might mean investing in retirement, saving for a down payment of a house, whatever it might be. You want to do this every single day. Paying off debt. That's a great investment. Paying off your debt is great, right? Because now you're going to have more money than the kick side, right? So what are you looking towards every day? Richie Doan, I posted this on Instagram yesterday, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you a hack, and this is more about finances, but let's do this. I want you to, at the beginning of the week, every Monday, I want you to write this down, guys. And if you could put in the chat the planner or some things that I want them to do, I want you to write this down every week of what are the things that I can do this week, the top things I can do this week to help out with my finances. And then I want you to highlight 3 things that you must do. And then every single day, I want you to focus on the thing they have during the week is what is the thing I have to do today to better my finances, to better my life, to better my future. And if you don't know, guys, seek professional advice. Seek professional advice from financial advisors, which will help you create a comprehensive plan, achieve financial goals, and weather your financial challenges. It doesn't, look, I'm not a big financial advisor guy because they get 1% no matter what. I like people that have skin in the game. I talk to the Richie Doans of the world, people that have been in big time investment. That's where I want to go. Who can help me cause and create things but me? It could be myself, whatever it is. It could be, you guys can reach out to me in the Dentist CEO and the info at the Dentist CEO. There's a lot of ways we can talk about it. I'm around a lot of powerful people. I'm around people that are the David Falks of the world. That is, and I'm not saying this to boast. Understand, I have investments with David Falk and Richie Doan. David Falk, just so you know, was the agent to Michael Jordan. right? I mean, that's where he came up with the shoes. I have investments with the Ken K's of the world that are big dogs. I've been a life coach with Grant Cardone and all of them, right? So we have people that I've been surrounding myself with to become better. Why do I say this? Because you got to get around people that are better than you. Be humbled enough to know that you might have the knowledge, but always get advice. Remember, building your financial resilience is a journey and takes time. I'm going to repeat this. And you're going to say, why does he keep repeating this? Because you have to understand there's going to be pitfalls. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be times you want to quit. Do not quit the game. It's the letter B and D. It's the C. It's the choices you make every single day to become the best for yourself. What is it you want to create? How healthy do you want to be financially? What do you want to be that's going to be proactive and help building strong financial foundation? What can you do? How can you develop the skills and mindset needed to bounce back from financial setbacks and achieve long-term financial security? Most of the time, we all fail. Most of the time in life, we don't hit it, go out of the park. The only difference between somebody who's financially successful or those who are not, they don't quit trying. They don't look at setbacks as a failure. They look at it from learning. Achieving your financial freedom is the biggest journey. It's going to require the most commitment and the most combination of knowledge, skills, and mindset that you could ever imagine in life. It's going to be working against everything that we were taught in school, everything that your parents might have taught you. You got to work against it. It's working against things like Parkinson's law, that your expenses always rise to meet your income. It's understanding your financial GPS and managing your finances. It can be exhausting. It's absolutely going to be. I didn't say this. You're going to have to be resilient. You'll be better though equipped when you understand this to navigate your financial challenges and make informed decisions about your future. Because all we want is hope in our future, and seeking help and guidance can be the valuable part of all the success. Whether it's speaking with a financial advisor, whether it's working with a financial coaching program, having someone to offer guidance and support can make the biggest difference in the world. Whether it's your mom and dad that might have made financial freedom, whether it's your nephew that can coach you, whether it's your uncle, whether it's another business owner, whatever it is, it's easy. It's easy when you surround yourself with people that have the knowledge. And on the path to financial freedom, staying focused with all your goals and prioritizing healthy finances are the most essential steps. Putting effort into learning, adapting, growing, laying a foundation for a secure future is what you have to do. Once you build this, once you build it, and once you can establish this, it can bring the greatest fulfillment with the tool that any tool could possibly be in life. It'll keep you on track. It'll help you progressing towards what you want in life. It'll give you anything that you could ever dream of. So what is it? What's going to help keep you on track? What are your aims that you need to go after? What is your financial thermostat, if you will, today? Where are you now? Tell me where you're at now in the planner. Please tell me at the info at the dentist CO. That's my ask. My ask is you tell me where you're at now, because it's true. What does an addict have to do? What does somebody who's struggling have to do? They got to be clear with where they're at. They got to be honest with where they're at in the circumstances. They got to be real, raw, and authentic. Rip the armor off. Let everybody know where you're at. You need to know where you're at. You need to know the truth of everything right now. And you have that choice. And if you don't want to share it, at least tell yourself. Guys, if these calls are valuable to you, if these are making any positive change in your life, just give me a thumbs up. One, if this is making any positive change. Thumbs up, guys. I need you to share this with your friends. I need your help, because we are growing with Grossi together. I need your help to share these links. I need your help to reach out and get more people on these calls so that we as a group can make the difference in this world. If you have any questions in life, if you want to help make a positive change in other people's life, I would love to hear how you could benefit people and how I benefited you. Please send me an email at the info@thedentistco.com and share the impact and conversation I might have had with you. Share who might need to know this message. Give us a name, we can reach out to them. Share this. And come next week, guys, we're going to tell you what we were going to cover is fantasy, faith, and fear. What drives your pursuit of wealth? Vinny, what drives it? Annalisa, what drives it? Chandel, JD, what drives it? Linda, what drives it? Skylar, what drives it? Dario, what drives it? Mohit, what drives it? Fantasy, faith, or fear, what drives your pursuit of wealth? I hope to give you all the answers to these questions. Guys, as usual, thank you so much for taking your Tuesday with me. IG Live, thank you so much for sharing. Much love. We'll talk soon, guys. Have a blessed day.